tuned in to StarCHaser Central, a podcast about Charles Hampton, music moments, and everything in between. And this is episode 50.
Yes, episode 50. Yes, sir. Also, I guess I'd be remiss to announce this, but we just also hit 200 subscribers. So clap it up for both of those things. Clap it up, you know?
Super
I don't
claps.
want to be too loud, you know what I mean? So,
Yeah, facts. Um, but yeah, I'm Stick Braxton.
and I'm Mike D. Jackson.
That is accurate. Uh, how you doing, man? 50 episodes in, technically a little bit more because of some extra stuff we did, but 50 episodes in, man. How you feeling?
Feeling good, man. Feeling great. It's crazy that, we made it this far. We've gotten so many subscribers in such little time, I would say. The community is only building. It's a wonderful feeling. How about yourself?
Yeah, man. It feels great. It feels great. As someone who already had two podcasts going, I was nervous about making this third. Um, but it's gone great. I've had a blast making this, man. I've had a good time doing it.
Listen, for this being my first podcast, and I've said this before on one of those extra episodes, for this being my first podcast and having people say, "Oh, you have a great voice. Maybe you should do something like radio, podcasting, something along that lines." It's like, you know what? It's pretty validating. Not only that, and I'm able to do it about a topic or some type of, situation that I actually enjoy talking about, not like I'm just talking about the fucking weather or something. You know what I mean? So,
Yeah, if this was a weather podcast, this would have been over a while ago. Um,
okay.
but today, man, we're here to celebrate 50 episodes, and what better way to celebrate than to do one of our infamous playlists. Um, this is going to be interesting. We're doing a 50 favorite Charles Hamilton playlist. So, you can kind of break down the rules. I kind of thought of a couple earlier, but it'll work out. It'll work itself out. But go ahead.
So, a top 50 playlist by me and Sticks. So, how the rules basically go, I'm picking 25, Sticks picking 25. Now, one of the things that we talked about before was it's a lot of songs. Usually, one of the things we do is when we're doing playlists, we're like, hey, we don't want to like overlap, like do multiple songs from one project because that's just cheating. You know what I mean? But for this situation, we did say, hey, we can have like a little overlap where we do have like maybe an extra song or two that will be able to like be on there that's from multiple projects, but not too many. You know what I mean? Like
Mhm.
one or two, that's fine. Um, Also, let me bring this up because me and Stick behind the scenes had this conversation like, hey, since we're doing the 50th episode, maybe we should pick 50 songs from these tapes that we done. Personally, I was like, I think, you're overthinking it, whatnot, whatever. But I want to say on cam, it is a good idea. It definitely is a good idea. But I do know, or I was thinking we might have issues where we end up picking some other songs and then we might not get to 50. So I do have some songs in the tuck that aren't part of the
Mhm.
50 episodes we've done. But I just want to say, you know what I mean? I love that idea. It's a great idea. So I made sure I took notes from all these tapes and all that, whatever. So I don't want you thinking that I was trying to, trying to bully you or try to do some crazy shit like, nigga, shut up. Your idea's stupid. Stupid. That's not what that was or whatever. So I was just like, so I had to come on here and say that because I'm not one of those people that's just like, oh, I'm gonna say this behind the scenes and then just not ever mention it like, I'm sorry. No. So
Right. Uh,
um go ahead.
yeah, I mean, I asked because I was wondering about the idea. I really, once you said no, I was like, oh, I get it. I understand what you mean. And I'm like you. I also had songs in the tuck too that we just have never gotten across, and it would have been weird for me not to put it on one of my lists if whatever. I just didn't know which way you wanted to take it, so I appreciate it either way.
I
Um,
think I think real quick, I think we should like a bit of both. Obviously,
mhm,
some songs we covered from tapes obviously are going to make it on there, but
yep.
I'm like, yeah, there's certain songs that we still haven't covered yet or projects we haven't covered yet,
Mhm,
and I'll I think we should implement some of those too, if possible.
right.
So do a little bit of both.
Um, Now I will say, based off of just this is just a logistic type of thing, right? we are doing a collective StarChaser Central 50 favorite Charles Hamilton songs. Does this mean that this is our definitive top favorite songs? Absolutely not, because Mike's gonna have stuff that I probably wouldn't have in mind. I'm gonna have stuff Mike probably wouldn't have on his. And with our duplicate rule that we don't try to do multiple songs from different tapes, obviously the order or the 25 might be a little different if we were able to do that. So before y'all start jumping down our comments and jumping down our throats, just know it's not our definitive list. It's just we put the rules on ourselves to make it a little bit more difficult. So, be sure to share your favorites at the end, obviously. But yeah, just want to throw that out there too.
Yeah, you guys feel free to share. Of course, a lot of you it's going to be difficult for y'all to just share 50 songs of Charles Hamilton that you love if you don't already have a playlist. So, you could do like a simple 5 or 10 in the
Hmm.
comment section. Just say, hey, these are my 5 favorites from
Yeah.
whatever. Doesn't and you guys don't need the restrictions, just whatever projects, whatever, albums, anything. You know what I mean? Just any of that. It's just one thing is just always nice to share.
Yeah.
And it's just crazy because 50 songs. Like when you sit there, like, yeah, I can name 50 Charles Hamilton songs. Yeah, you can. But when you actually
Yeah.
have to try and put it in some type of like order or some type of category, it's not. And we're doing 25 each. So it's
Mm.
just like, man, this is a little bit more it's not as difficult, but it's not as easy as I
Yeah.
thought. Also, one thing I made sure that I did was there is certain songs I was like, yeah, this is definitely going on there. I'm like, this is already on a playlist. So what I did do to challenge myself as well is don't add anything that's already on a playlist. So I'm like, for
Okay.
example, this could have been an easy. I'm putting free download on there because that's my favorite song of all time by Charles Hamilton. I
Yeah.
actually told him that recently. He's like, really? What? I'm like, yeah. But I'm
Yeah.
like, it's already on the essentials. Fuck. So I'm like, nah, I'm not gonna duplicate in that
Okay.
manner. So I'm like, so I was like, man, but
Okay. I wish you had told me that earlier, but I have extras, so this actually works out
yeah.
perfectly fine. Um.
Well,
Okay.
I just said I was gonna do that. I didn't want to. I'm like, so
Yeah, when I was doing it, I was like, "There's a lot of these we've already put on like certain playlists or whatever," and I was like, do I want to double up on that?" So I'll have extras anyway to work through it, so we're gonna be okay.
all
Let me
right,
just
cool.
pull up the playlist though, just to make sure.
Okay, yeah, no problem with that. No problem.
All
Like,
right, but I'm ready to go if you are.
I am ready. All right, so the first one I'm going to go with because I actually don't have this written down, but I was like, I need to make sure I have this in here. So, first song I'm going with is Sour Times Two.
Winded in wintertime, I forget it's winter's time. Then I dine, and then maybe some chick who's really fucking stupid would whine to this shit. We can really get on, we can really get on. We can really get on, we can really get
Okay.
All right, so we definitely haven't covered that song at all. That's from technically, I guess, a later tape.
Hmm.
Um, I don't know if it's on 2 tapes or not, but when you look it up, it probably pops up on Catholic Illuminati, Infinite Psalms.
Okay.
Y'all know the tape that has a million damn songs on there. So, so um oh, that's something. If we were to do something like that, it's like, yo, that would be like the exclusion rule because there's a million songs on there. So,
Right.
right, you could duplicate whatever the fuck you want because come on, man, like that's so. But I feel like that song's underrated, and a lot of people probably just haven't heard it at all, just
Hmm.
because a lot of people haven't heard that tape because it's so long. Pause. So that's I think it's one of the good songs from there. There's a lot of good songs on there, but second, I think this is the only time I'm able to get this on a playlist somehow. I'm putting the cookout. The cookout's going on there.
There. Yeah.
Cookout's going on there. Come on, man. Gotta have that cookout.
Yeah. No, I
I
get it.
I did want to say, yo, you know what? We should have a cookout playlist for next summer. And I was gonna put it on there, but I'm like, you're not gonna go for that. So I'm like, fuck it. I'm putting the cookout. I'm using my cookout card here. I'm throwing it out now. I might not
Okay.
ever get a chance again.
No, that's fair. That's fair.
right. After that, I would say Twilight would be
Mm,
my next song. Uh, Amazing song. I love that song. Period. I'm pretty sure I told y'all it's in like my top five
yep.
of CH songs of all time. Um, this song I wanted to put on a previous playlist, but we said no names. But I could put it on here.
Mm-hmm.
Someladieswebsite.com. Jessica.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all know how I feel about that song. So
Yep.
that's from L Word to, Electric Boogaloo. Um, Technically, I know for certain episodes we did what was it? Two tapes at the same time. You know how we did like Mogo and Street Rap?
Yep.
Even though I know those are like single episodes, I consider those tapes separate entries.
Yeah, for sure.
Cool. All right, cool. All right. So Hi Baby. That's from
Mm-hmm.
Street Rap. So love that song. So that's five down, five more to go. We just recently did this tape, Intervention, 11:59, Pretty Memories. It's gotta go on there. Uh One of our highest rated episodes, Staff Development, Party of Five. I
Nice.
had to go with that one.
That was
Uh,
one where I was like, I wanted to put on my list, but I had confidence that you would do it.
Thank you.
Uh-huh.
Because same thing for me. There's certain I feel like I got if I said enough about it, I felt like you would have left it alone. So thank you.
Yeah.
For Cats Can, I just gave that a supersonic, you know what I mean? A highly rated tape on my end. Miss Jarrett's Turtle Poster.
Okay.
I felt like that's gonna be a new classic for people, you know. Um Vampire Sunlight, that won our most recent episode for fan choice. I
Mm-hmm.
picked Stripping.
I heard that
And
recently again. Great record. Oh my God.
yeah, yeah, man. And then to round out my first 10, I actually went with something from 10 Things, which is kind of I don't think I planned that, but it just happened to work like that. I don't understand the value of money.
Okay.
10. So those would be my 10. Shout out to Ty Dillinger, AJ, aka Sean Spears, aka Stan.
See, I super kickstand. Um, yeah, man, that's a good 10, a very well-rounded 10 as well. The only one I think I haven't listened to is that Sour Times 2. Everything else I love. Like there's nothing even the cookout, I know that, I have my thing against the cookout, right? But I still think that, within that Pink Lava, I still think it works as a track to where it's like kind of like that middle, kind of like a palate cleanser for like the more deeper emotional like second half of the album. So yeah, this is a good set of 10. I like this. It's very, very, very different things. I like that.
Thank you. That's what I was trying to do when we made this. Cause I'm like, of course you're gonna have different stuff. I want to make sure I have different stuff and real different stuff that like Star Chasers might not heard of or know of. Cause we talked about it before. I
Mm,
don't want us to end up looking like the 08, 09, 2010 guys only, because that's not what we do.
mm.
Um, I think also Sour Times too, when I first heard it, I think it was considered a Lucy. So I was like, but nah, even if it's not considered a Lucy anymore, Catholic Illuminati, Infinite Psalms, that's where it's from, I guess you could say, whatever. So thank you. That's my 10. I'm ready to hear yours, man.
All right. I am gonna live off of the Lucy thing. I'm gonna let you know that right now. Pause
That
if you
works.
like. Um, my first one is a record that I want to talk. I've been trying to get you to do a Lucy episode for a while now, just so I can talk about it. The N word.
I'm 21, 11, 10, 08, so I keep a deuce like next November. To clap all you neighbors. Hi neighbor, zone out like a bunch of high neighbors. You see me, hi neighbors. I live life like God is my neighbor. Stay coming off the top like fly paper. A born thug, I mean it.
Okay.
I love the N word. The Mr. Rogers flip is just it's so clever, and then the way he uses the word neighbor instead of the word is just so clever. I used to play this jump for everybody on campus just to be like, yo, look how clever this is, right? So it's just, oh my god, I love the record a lot. Next, we recently talked about this one as well. Jamaris, you already know how I feel about it. One of my favorite records. Only thing wrong with it is too short. Obviously, gotta have that. I don't think this is on here. I don't think we put this on a playlist. Remind me if we have or not. I'm always up to something from 10 Things I Hate About Me.
No, that is not.
Good, good. Again, I love when Charles is able to take, a situation that would have probably destroyed other people, and still make good art out of it. You know what I'm saying? So very dope record there. Um, from the Up, which I do want to get, into eventually. Sunbathing.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah. I love the rock mix with that. That's probably my favorite mix of rock and rap that Charles does. Um Good record, really hard, really, really emotional rapping in there. I like it. I like it a lot. Um Wonderful Wondering from the Charles Hamilton Project. It's another example of Charles flipping the I Wonder beat from Graduation. But I feel like even more so than Pink Polo, I feel like this is a more of a it's not even a fuller song, but it's just I like the raps better a little bit on here. Um and he's floating all over it. A Crash 2 from TWA, Steve Smith and the Blazer. That's a flip of Lupe's and He Gets the Girl. I love that record. We just did Intervention. Free Incoming. I talked about that recently as well. Runaway Groom.
I've heard you talk about that a couple times.
I recently talked to Charles about that one too. When I brought up, he was like, "Oh, really?" I was like, "Yeah, bro. Like that second verse is crazy. One of my favorite verses by Charles." Where am I at? 4, 5, 6, 7. Give me Gia's Apartment.
Oh
That
yeah.
is from was that? What was that? Speechless in Brooklyn, or I always
I
die in
always,
Brooklyn.
I always die in Brooklyn.
Always
It's
die in
Brooklyn.
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 Yeah. Love that record. Give me Apollo G from Attempt at Swag,
Okay.
and then I'm gonna round out my first 10 with Fifth Element from Street Rap.
Ah. Yo, real quick with that song, I remember after we did the episode and the episode came out for
Uh,
Mogul Street Rat,
yeah.
I just remember I randomly quoted something from the song, like the hook,
Uh,
when I tuck it in, fifth element, I remember like Charles, it was like random, like maybe 1 in the morning. Charles
yeah.
apparently saw it and just instantly like commented on it. I'm like,
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah, that's my jump though. It's just that beat is so crazy 'cause it's like so subdued, but like the way he's rapping on it is crazy, and that hook is like I said, that hook is funny, especially if you've seen the movie.
yeah, definitely. So, all
Yeah,
right.
yeah, it was my 10, man, to start off.
Nice. All right. I love, same thing for you. You know what I mean? Different. And even when with songs you pick from some similar projects or whatever,
Mhm.
almost different spectrum. Like
Yep.
what I picked, you pick Free Incoming, I pick, what I picked is like, yeah, those songs aren't even close to each other, but like obviously they have a great vibe no matter what. So
Mhm.
I'm liking this so far. So forgive me for already forgetting. Are we doing another 10 or are we doing five now?
Another 10.
Another one. All right, bet.
No, no, no DJ Khaled.
Sorry. We are going to do another 10, but not
Yes,
another one. All right, so
yes.
there we go. All right. Someone in the Discord actually brought this song up. And I'm so upset because I don't know the sample for this. And I know Charles doesn't do sample snitching, but Refined Behavior from that Feel the Reaper.
I believe so, yeah.
Yeah, Feel the Reaper. That's what we did that a little while ago. Obviously, first of the Reaper series we did. I just love that sample. That beat's killer. You know what I mean? Charles snaps on that, so and other people are trying to find that sample too. So hopefully one day we find it. Uh from Normalcy, I picked Loserville.
Okay.
Uh so I hated that song. I love it now. I remember telling Charles about that. Um from an actual tape that we did, the Catholic Illuminati, that the one that we end up reviewing, Starlight. Pick that.
Oh, yeah. Damn. Good pull.
Had to, because I remember you said you never heard it until then. I'm like, let's make sure other people get to hear it just in case
Yeah.
in that episode. So um Oh, attempted swag, because you brought that up earlier. I'm gonna say outside part two.
Hmm.
The fedora, the swagless fedora, just that shit's groovy. Shit's a groove, man. Um, I believe the next one, Her at the Bonfire from Term First Sessions. That's an instant classic for me, and I'm not sure who else has heard that project, but that's something that came out a little bit later that I feel that Star Chasers need to listen to. Uh I almost forgot about this song. Winter Rush, when we did that, we did the
Hmm.
Winter Rush 1 and 2.
Yep.
Losing Friends Already.
Okay.
That song was crazy. I love that beat. Charles was pretty aggressive on that one. I was like, oh damn, man. Um, I believe it's Waterworks from First Dilla.
Yep. Yep.
Yeah, that's one of my favorites from that tape. Um, I don't think we said anything about, did you do an awkward song yet? Or
I have not yet. No.
okay, so all right. So Tengo Una Pregunta from Awkward.
I knew that was going on here.
Yeah, I had to.
Yeah.
I had to, man. I feel that like a lot of the songs I was going to pick that we didn't do yet, you already know I've been itching to put them on a playlist. So I'm like, I'm
Yeah.
putting them on a playlist now. So
This is the scorn in my heart. So many people I could blame, but I'm still me. The reason I'm the same, you feel me? The real me can fuck all of you niggas up. Cause I don't give a fuck. I'm used to getting cut. I'm used to getting stabbed. Cause I'm my own bully. Because my soul is something that I don't own fully. I fucking share with these.
from Sonic the Hamilton, I picked there's a lot of good songs from them, but I was like, I don't think anyone's gonna pick this one. Stirs of Echoes or Sleeping Beauty.
Funny point. It was one of my two. Yeah. Yeah, that
I
was
was
one
like,
of my two. I love that song.
oh, me too. I was like, this has to. I was like, I would hurt. I would be upset if I didn't. And then my second to last 10, whatever. Well, this is my 10th song for the second go around.
Yep.
This is on a project we have not covered.
Okay.
I'll be honest, I have not heard that project yet, but I've heard the song. I thought this is a Lucy, and I love this song.
Hmm.
Ken Shamrock's Ankle Lock
Okay.
from Happy Ninth, Part 3.
She told me for a couple of OG pounds. I swear to God, she said I could take it down as long as I could take it there. I could take it down as long as I could take it there. So I escaped the town for a London love affair. A London love.
Ken Shamrock's Ankle Lock. Not to be confused with Kurt Angle's Ankle Lock.
Oh no, two different ankle locks. And of course, us being wrestling fans as well, I was like, Ken Shamrock's Ankle Lock. I have to listen to this. And I was like, oh, and it was one of the songs that Charles, goes in on a beat that wasn't his, but it's floaty, it's nice, good vibe to it. So works. So that's my second 10.
Again, a nice variety of different things. I'm trying to remember, how does Losing Friends already sound? I can't remember that for some reason.
I'll be honest, it's going to be hard for me to explain it. To me, I always said that it sounded like a Dr. Dre beat. Not saying it is a Dr. Dre beat, but basically, that whole song, Charles explained to us that he smashed Halo's girl, and he basically wrote a song about it. And
Aha, that's the one.
and I'm not saying it because
No, yeah.
but it's just like, damn, like he really really went on that shit. Compared to, what was that one song he had on Turn First Sessions, Co-Pilot, where he kind of mentioned, yeah, I smashed this girl and I don't feel great about it. You know what I mean? So he had some remorse about it on that one. So two different songs kind of about the same thing, but he went different ways about it, so.
All right.
He said, fuck y'all. Yeah.
Yeah, essentially. Yeah, no, yeah. That's like, I don't give a fuck.
Yeah. So go ahead.
Oh, okay. I'm glad that we did talk about, like, you've done it at least twice now of songs that you probably wanted to put on the playlist previously and has not been able to get on here. I had to check a couple of times to make sure that I wasn't bugging. I probably still may have overshot it. I don't think I did. All Alone that gets on this list this time.
Yeah, we haven't done that yet.
Okay, I think I tried to get on the essentials list, and I think I was like, all right, we can skip it this time. But this is the day it gets on the list. I think it's again. I feel like had this song come out during this era where everybody's like sad and shit, this would have been a hit. A sad hit, but it would have been a hit.
It's a hit, man. A hit is
Yeah,
a hit.
a hit is a hit. This is from a tape that we did previously. I think definitely go back and listen to this one. Because I was surprised how much I liked from it. Ralph Nader. Ralph Nader. Did we put Ralph Nader on something?
No, that was on chronometry, I believe, but
Yeah.
we didn't actually get to put it on a list though.
Okay, cool. Just want to make sure. Speaking of Winter Rush, it was actually the reason that I wanted to end up doing it because I accidentally found out where the song was actually from. Paranoid Schizophrenia. Love that record. Really good song. Let me see. Another Lucy. I don't know if you remember this one, Beta Future.
Rate the game from my name just to let the haters play. Charles Edge Hoggleton, y'all get lost with him. All bets off, you dig progress. Awesome kid. Don't give a fuck if I go over your head. I'm nasty higher than a blimp, so when I'm sober, you're dead. Move star, 2 bars, I chew ya.
I would have to hear it. I might have heard it before, but maybe in passing. So
It's a lot of sonic noises, sonic sound effects in it. When the playlist comes out, you'll remember. I feel like you'll either remember it or be like, oh, okay, yeah. I like that record. It's always been good. 2 verses, really quick, gets in and out. But I just like the beat. The sonic stuff is really nostalgic for me. My choice from Dilla, I went with "Losing Control."
all right.
I like when Charles raps. Charles was getting the shit off on that record. Really love that one a lot. Let me see. Get from Charles Hamilton's ex-girlfriends. Can I get Simone, please?
Okay. Shout out to that tape, and also that tape needs some more respect because you remember when we did the what was it, the NAA, you
Oh
know what I
yeah.
mean? The the NCAA. Y'all shit on that tape and gave it like 8% of votes or some shit like that. Something it got decimated in the bracket, in the March Madness bracket.
I forgot who it was matched up against, but yeah, it was ugly. Like it was bad.
It might
Uh,
have been Intervention. I could be wrong, but it was something where it's like a steamroll.
yeah, it was a rough showing for them. Let's see. Give me what else I have here? Oh, give me Wait Till I Get My Money.
That's why I rap with my actual name. Clap for me, man. But wait until a nigga get a Benjamin stack. I'ma buy a Lexus, then send the shit back with a really big crack. Tell a nigga fix that. You digging this track, then you really live that.
Okay.
Yep. That's an amalgam of like a different type of like different songs mashed together, all with the Price is Right like theme playing. Like that Charles is a master of flipping like nostalgic shit. Like he's really good at like the soul stuff. He's really good at what's called, but like one of my favorite stuff is when he takes like stuff that from like your childhood or like you're like growing up and stuff and like being able to flip that. That's really what I love when he does that. Um I have no idea what this is from, but I play it a lot. Warrant Report.
I'm thinking right now, I can't think where it's from.
It's a short song. It's really quick. I wish I knew what it's from. If I looked it up real quick, I could find it, but I have it on my playlist. And yes, again, 2 quick verses, but I love the verses. The beat is a bounce. I'm always bobbing my head when it comes on. Never skip it when it comes on. This one is another one. I want to say this one's called Pink Goes to Hollywood is the title of the album, but I'm going with A Guidance Counselor's Dream.
Oh,
Yeah. So this one it's 8 minutes of rapping, which I know, like, sometimes we always talk about how, like, do we really need 8 minutes of rapping? This one's interesting because, like, the first 2 to 3 minutes is the beat, but then, like, the last 5, like, the beat just, like, mellows out. So it's just really him rapping off the top or whatever. So I really like it. It's really good.
real quick, with
Mhm.
that song, because I know I heard that song not from that tape you said. I heard it from Infinite Psalms. The
Gotcha.
big tape is on there.
Hmm.
Um, and I will say this: And a song like that, I felt like he was more not even venting, just rapping, you know.
Mhm.
So it was like really dope. And the whole I always remember this stuff. So it's okay to be myself.
Yeah,
That shit, I'm like, yes.
it's a good message, man.
Yeah, he did it the hard way and he did it the Charles way. So
Mhm.
nah, that's one of the few songs where I'm like, you know what? I know he was like freestyling or rapping for such a long time, but like I felt like there's just a really big long message of just letting yourself know that it's okay to be yourself. So I'm like, I'm okay with some songs like that. It's crazy because especially us being from the same era of like, listening to Charles early on in his career and
Mhm.
still, listening, throughout his career, we still pick different songs, have different vibes or whatever. Cause some people would think, oh, you guys probably just like this and that's it. And it's like, nah, because we're our own different people. It's funny
Mhm.
because we're both Aries. I'm March or April, but still, like we still like different things and we gravitate towards different things. But at the same time, there's other songs that we both said, oh, I would have picked that or I would have picked that, So it's awesome. And um the one thing that's going to be funny is when I had to put this together, putting 50 songs together, because I would still want to try and make it like flow somewhat. It probably won't that well, but I'm gonna try my damnedest. I'm gonna try
Yeah.
my hardest to.
Yeah, that is gonna be a tough one because it's like really at this point it becomes like a party set. You know what I'm saying? But like it's like, not all party songs, but it's like a what can you play for like next 2 to 3 hours, basically, and
Yeah.
not hit skip.
I could tell you a guidance counselor's dream. That's something that that'd be like the one of the end songs. It
Absolutely.
depends what else is on there, but that's the shit where it's like, oh, this is the credits, this is the ending, but it's the good ending. Everyone you go home happy. It's one of those type of songs. That's how I look at it.
Yeah,
So
facts. And it's a good message to end off on.
yes, sir. Yes, sir. All right. So
Oh,
uh
last five, man.
here we are. My last five. Um, so I already did a song from Street Rat, so I'm going back to Mogul,
Hmm.
and I was like, man, this is a killer beat. I love this. Purchasing NASA.
Yeah.
Yeah, that song is wild. So man, y'all just gotta listen to that. So another song okay, so this song right here, we have not covered this project at all. This is another project I haven't listened to in full at all. Some of
Mhm.
these songs, don't ask me how I even hear them. It will pop up on like recommended and I'll hear it. And then
Yeah.
and for whatever reason, I won't listen to the rest of the tape. I'll be like, I'll listen to it later. And I've never gotten back to it. Apparently, Zombie Apocalypse, I never heard it, but I know it's a cover with some dude looking all sickly and zombie-ish.
Mhm.
On My Back.
You acting like Connie in the 6th grade. Honestly, I'm gothic and I'm bitch made. So kill me now. But if I come back, you still gonna feel the style. Come on. Every little thing I do, you're on my back. I do nothing right and all my music is whack. Every little thing I do, you're on.
Okay.
Charles Samples, So For Real's Every Little Thing.
Ooh,
Yeah,
that's
so I like
I'm
that.
already on board.
Yeah, and I remember I wanted to rap to it, and then I I didn't like how it looped at the end, like how Charles had it. I was like, I'll just try and remake my own version or something like that. And I ended up doing it, but it's a different vibe or whatever. So that song just influenced me to do something. So anytime Charles can influence me to like flip something that he did but different,
Mhm.
love it. Um, oh, you've heard me talk about this song a bunch. Um, I'm not sure which one I want to put, but I guess I'll just say the regular version. A song for Mysteries
Oh, yeah. Of
from
course.
where I think that's Where's Charles Hamilton.
Yep.
Because at first I was like, should I just do the one that someone already put out the something to say where they actually have the unedited version? But I'm like, this version where it's like the edits and the bloops and the bleeps or whatever, I think it gives it more personality. So I'm like, nah, we'll go with that one. So
Yeah, and it leads to the whole mystery part of it.
exactly.
Yeah.
Especially if you guys haven't heard the real version, it's still like, it's fun. Um a tape that one day we will cover. But I'm like, I gotta put something from this tape. My brain's alive. Truth Kills Opposition.
Nice.
Yeah, that has. I was like, something from there has to go in there. And I'm like, I feel like that's a classic one for a lot of people. And to round out my final five, um, I'm pretty sure this is just like quote unquote unreleased, never been put on a tape, never seen it on a tape at all.
Mhm.
But it was always one of my favorites to go back to. It's called Everybody.
Okay.
With that song, I just know the beat goes.
How down do you want me to get? What crown do you want me to fit? What town do you want me to rip? What couch do you want me to sit? Damn, I'm thrown in, sitting pretty in the game I was thrown in. Two, every shoulder is the coldest. My career is all net like Coleman. Supersonic if you.
And
Oh
then,
yeah.
like it really, I was like, yo, I was like, he went crazy on that. And I know the cover. I think if you see the cover art, it's Charles, and it might have been Karen Civil at a party, and you see him like he's taking a picture with her, like, when you're a guy, you take a picture with a girl, you got the
Yeah.
hand behind the.
It's like the middle of the finger and the finger waving a point.
Yeah, you know what I mean. But you're not showing off like, oh, I got a picture with a girl. It's just like,
Yeah.
I usually do this. You know what I mean? Hey, it's just
So
taking a picture.
you know who it is.
you know exactly who it is. So, but yeah, that's my final five. And also shout out to T-Mobile with the Fave Fives. I used to have that back in the day. This is my real quick. This is my fave five. I had my house phone. I had both my brothers.
Mhm.
Trying to think. Oh, my boys that used to live up the street. So that's four. And then whatever girl I was talking to was the fifth. So if you acted up, you got taken out, and I replaced you with another girl.
That's nasty work.
It was free. You can call me at any time. If you were Fave Five, didn't matter. Home, the house phone, my brothers or my dad had to call. Of course. Brothers,
Yeah.
they both had their own cell phone. Y'all had to call me anytime. Yeah, of course. My boys live up the street from me or whatever. Those are my boys. So yeah, y'all have the most access to me at all times. So if y'all need to call me emergency, yeah.
Yeah.
Homegirl, just act right. Act right.
Just that great.
Like, is it so hard to do? You know what I mean? Like, is it? If it is, then maybe we're not meant to be together.
Yeah, yeah. No, I get that. That's logical. Quick question. Did you do any duplicates on yours? As far as like, did you do two from one tape?
Let me double check. I don't think I did.
I don't think you did either.
No, I did not. No, there's no duplicates for
Okay.
for me. No.
All right. I feel like I want to at least match your energy. Um, with that said, I'm gonna go. Give me. Oh, from Autumn Harvest. Give me Little Bo Peep.
Okay.
Yep, I'm gonna take Little Bo Peep. Um, again, I love the rapping on there. The beats tight. I love the hook on that a lot actually. I'm trying to remember. We haven't done anything from I know, but we put that on a playlist though. Can't do that. Oh, give me Pilates.
Oh yeah, you love that song.
Yeah, that's my jam. That's my jam. Oh man, you could break me in half with that ass. Oh, that's crazy. Let me get Shame on You from SCH Resurrection.
Okay.
Yeah, I really like that record. That's a tape that I both SCH Resurrection and SCH Zero I really want to get to soon because I think both of those tapes are really, really good.
Definitely. Yeah. I remember hearing them when they first came out, and like I said, just other people have asked us for those too. So we'll
Mm,
definitely get to it. We'll get to it soon, y'all.
yeah. Uh, give me Incentive Music.
All right. All right.
Yeah. I love how it starts. My girl says I'm actually might get some tonight. Like, oh, nice. I'll be on punishment a lot. Like, yo, what? Like, bro, what are you talking about? And then he starts rapping. I'm like, all right, you got me again. But like that start is crazy. Now to round up the fifth, this one's tough because there are a couple here that I would like to put on here. But I'm gonna go with another one that I want to say this is from the Reaper, one of the Reaper series. Missing in Action.
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. I like that. That one came when I was doing research for this and I was trying to narrow down my 25. This came on. I was like, oh shit, I really like this record. I forgot how much I really, really like this one. So yeah, I'm gonna go with that one. Yeah, and that's gonna round up my final five, man.
Hey man, solid showing, solid final five. I like
Yeah.
that. Dope. Um, and the thing that probably made this a lot easier because with this playlist that we're doing technically,
Hmm.
this wasn't the hey, does this fit the criteria of or nah, is there something where we had to double back and all that,
Yeah.
so this was it's still difficult in its own way, but a little easier. Real quick, now this just popped up in my head.
Hmm.
Were there any songs like you can name a few if you like. Were there any songs where you're like, man, I really want to put that on playlist, but either it's already on a playlist or you're like, you might want to save for later? Because I just thought about this. Um, I don't think I picked anything from Gonophobia. I just thought about, I'm like, damn, I did not pick Oh My
Oh
Who's
my,
That?
who's that? Dog, here's the thing. I thought you were gonna do it. Like, that's the thing. I thought you were gonna do it. That's like your shit. You love the damn.
I do, and I'm like, legit, damn, I didn't put that on there, but I'm like, you know what? I could probably say that for another playlist. It's
Yeah.
cool, you know what I mean? And I think with me, like there's some of these other songs, I'm like, bro, like Sour Times 2 or On My Back, I'm like, there's no disrespect to those songs. I'm like, I don't know how those would fit on any other type of playlist because like eventually we'd have to get to those tapes
Mm,
and blase blah. I'm like, man, I think those need a little bit more spotlight right now.
yeah.
So I was like, let me put those on there now. And then something like Oh My Who's That? I'm like, that will find its way to a playlist. I know it will. So
Yeah. Yeah. For me, other than the songs that we've already put on like certain playlists or whatever, that's like, they've already got the like, plus they are more popular songs, I would say. So it was like, those are ones that you could put on multiple playlists depending on like what you're looking for, right? Um, I will say that there are some here on the cutting room floor that because we didn't do duplicates of certain tapes where I was like, I wish I could have put it on there, but we could find another time for it. Um, I can't sing.
oh, sweets.
I really love I Can't Sing, but I really wanted to put I'm Always Up to Something on a playlist. I wanted to get it off the board immediately. So that's one. Morning radio.
All right. So real quick, because shout out to Alan because he just talked about this song because he had a quote for it. I want to make an executive decision and take one song off and add one on.
Okay.
And it's gonna fucking hurt to do this, but I'm going to take the cookout off this playlist.
Who the fuck is that guy? Who the fuck is that?
What?
I'm going to do it because the song I was like, yo, I had to put this on the 50, and this song
Yeah.
has to be on there. We didn't talk about it fucking at all. Most likely to succeed.
I heard a voice say, I asked who it is and it faded away. That's how I know that I'm able to say, damn, this beat is, maybe it's because I had to fend for myself, build my own wall of defense for myself, but I just want a love that was meant for myself. The only reason.
Oh yeah, that is true.
Yeah, I'm. You know what? I hate to do it because y'all know I love the fucking cookout, but Alan just fucking shared that song too, and he had like a quote of the lyrics, and I was
Yeah.
like, that's definitely a Charles song. I'm like, I know this fucking song. I'm like, man, so that right there, and I don't think that's technically on a project either. You know what I mean?
I think that's a Lucy, yeah.
Yeah, because like it came out around that time of like when Awkward came out and all that type of stuff, but like.
Mm.
And also you sample Rihanna, so you can kind of tell when that came out. You know what I mean? But that's a song. If you guys haven't heard, most likely to succeed. I'm like, it's one of the dope songs I think that Charles did where he samples Rihanna, and it's not a love song either. It's just him, going in, barring out. So yeah, I'm gonna have to go with that one.
I think if I'm not mistaken, remember there was a video playlist that was done by somebody. I can't remember who. If you remember who it is, shout it out in the comments. But they did like a top 100 Charles Hamilton songs. And I think I remember they had Most Likely to See as number one. Yeah,
Now,
it was number one. Yeah. So Yeah, that's one of the things where it's like, should we put it on the essential list? I don't know, but it definitely needs a spot here for sure.
Yeah, so I'm okay with that. Hey, you know what? That this still works out because next year we can do that summer cookout playlist. Cookout, yes, sir. Yes, sir. The cookout is
I'm gonna be,
coming back,
I'm gonna
y'all.
be like, nah, I'm gonna veto that, bro. It just doesn't have the same. It don't have the vibes of a cookout.
And you know what do after that? I'm like, all right, that's fine. That's fine. Cookout part two. Yo, I just found out there's a cookout part two. I don't know what tape it's from. I'm like, cookout part two? What?
Yeah,
Oh, and it sounds nothing like the regular cookout. So I'm just like, all right, well, I got that in my back pocket. Cookout part two, cookout instrumental version, cookout acapella, cookout slowed down, cookout sped up version,
cookout
cookout
be more mix,
the Be More mix, cookout Jersey mix.
dubstep, cookout disco. Like it's like, it never ends. Oh man. Now I forgot to ask you, what was your process as far as picking your songs? Like what did you go in doing as far as like how am I gonna choose what was your criteria for choosing?
So for the songs that were like the Lucy's,
Hmm.
those were the songs where like I've heard them before and I'm like, yo, I really like them. I don't think they'll ever make any type of other playlist because if we don't do the Lucy thing, um, I don't know when they'll ever get any type of light or shine. So
Hmm.
with those, that's how I pick them. I'm like, hey, these are songs that like I've listened to like at random times. Like, hey, I haven't heard this song in a while. Let me go listen to this, and that's how I went about those. Now, when it comes to the songs that from projects we've already reviewed,
Hmm.
uh, usually it's a song that I really like from the project that I probably showcase like, hey, I really like this song from it.
Hmm.
Something I don't think you would have picked as well.
Hmm.
Because I'm like, you know what? If I think he might pick this, I'll leave it alone and let this. I'll see if he'll pick it. And I try to do just also project. I didn't go through like I didn't pick everything from every project. Like I don't think I picked anything from Outside Looking, not Crash Landed. I didn't pick
Hmm.
anything from Death of a Mixtape Rapper.
Yep.
So I was going through some of the episodes and I'm like, let me pick stuff that like I think, I think that like I've really talked about that I liked that would, showcase.
Yeah.
And I didn't want to pick anything I've already put on a playlist or something that that just that's already gotten its shine, like it's already got it's slice of pizza, you know what I mean? I'm like, nah, let some of these other people, let these other
Yeah.
songs, the other tracks breathe, you give life to them, give them their water, their sunlight, give them what they need,
Hmm.
because honestly, one song that easily could have went on there was Your Girl. I could have put Your Girl back on there,
You
like
you could have did that.
but I was like, nah, I'm gonna leave your girl alone. You know what I mean? I've been doing too much of that terrorizing, you know what I mean? I'm like, yo, leave your girl alone, man. So, but I know I love that song. So,
We all appreciate you, man. We do. We really really do.
hey, yo,
Um
one thing I really thought about real quick. I'm like, it would take a lot of editing, but I'm like, if there was like top like 5 moments or something like that from this podcast, that's definitely one of them. Because I know I didn't talk to you about that, and then your face was like, and I'm like, oh, he's about to pause this shit and be like, yo, bro, what the fuck are you talking about, bro? Stop playing with me. Stop playing with me. You know how you normally say that. I always wanted to comment on that. That shit's hilarious.
uh we should do that though. We should at least try to find, maybe we should ask the people. Well, I guess we can tell them what we're gonna do in a couple weeks at the end of the episode,
Sure,
as far
sure.
as like the anniversary episode. Um, but yeah, that was pretty funny though. And that episode too, we're gonna talk about all like behind the scenes stuff and how we actually do this whole podcast and how we haven't killed each other. Um, my criteria for choosing the songs were basically kind of similar in the sense that my main thing was what do I listen to the most? Like if I hit my play, go to my place, I hit shuffle. What am I almost always listening to? Like sometimes I'm not in the mood for certain songs, and we talked about this before. How some Charles songs are like mood songs. So if I'm not in the mood for that, it's like I can't do that. Like I'm relatively happy right now. I'm not trying to bring myself down. Or if I'm like, "Ooh, I'm in a mood, I'm not trying to play a happy song," whatever. So, like, sometimes that kind of varies. But what are the songs that I know for a fact that no matter what mood I'm in, I'm listening to this song, right? So that was like my first criteria. Like you, I was like, let me see what songs that are outside of the scope of what we've listened to so far, um, that I can probably bring in as far as like favorites or whatever. And then like those Lucy's. Like I said, the Lucy's is like you said, is tough because they're not connected to a tape. And like our main thing has been reviewing tapes. So if we never do like the Lucy episode, never gonna happen. So that's why I was glad we were able to put, like stuff like N Word on here, Runaway Groom, stuff like that on here. That way we can finally give them the shine that they deserve. So people who may not have heard it can finally listen to it.
Nice, nice. A random shout out I want to give to what song was it? 'Cause I know that was a Lucy. Charles sampled the Pokemon theme song. I think it was Catch My Balls.
It was. It is. Yeah. That
That
is a Lucy.
I just remember that song. I was like, yo, what? Catch my ball. Yeah, pause, bro. And then I'm like, oh, he sampled the Pokemon thing. Like you said earlier, and I know I said it probably on one of the last episodes, I think for intervention. I'm like, yo, the way that he's able to like reference some of the stuff that like we all go through, because like I said, we're like same age.
Mhm,
The pop references, the video game references, just just stuff that we all grew up with from like in the 90s, and
mhm.
just make it so relatable in song format where it's like, hey, do you remember this? Remember this theme song? Or you remember this
Yeah.
video game? You remember this TV show? You know what I mean? Now I'm rapping over it and I'm putting my own spin on it. It's just like it's great, because obviously Charles doesn't do that as much now. Because when I had a conversation when I just told you the other day,
Mhm,
um, everything is, and not in a bad way, but things are about vibes for him. You know what I mean? So now, like when he's sampling something, it's got to be about that vibe. It's got to be when he's got to be in the right energy, right
mhm.
containment. So it's like you got to make the music that you're comfortable with making, the music you enjoy making, because otherwise, what's the point?
No, you're right, and I think that's how we describe, like you say, even before that conversation, I think me and you had described it. He's much more of a vibe person now, as far as how he makes the music or whatever. And like you said, it's not a bad thing. It's just, errors, man. There's different things that he does and different things that he does at certain times. So do I think he could go back to doing certain stuff like, the nostalgia picks or whatever? Sure he could, but like that's just not where he is right now. Um but again, the music that he does make, especially when he was doing the lives and the beats that he was making during that time, great stuff. So it's just all about finding the stuff that you like, man. And I think we did a phenomenal job actually of picking 50 songs that are kind of spread across different eras and have different vibes and different sounds. And yeah, maybe our best playlist yet. I don't know. I can't speak for the people.
Yeah, I mean, let's have the people speak for us, once you guys see this episode, and then you'll see the playlist. Um, let us know like some of your favorites that we picked, and of course, like we said earlier, tell us some of the ones that are your favorites that we didn't pick, or songs that you hold near and dear to your heart. So it's going to be an interesting thing, because then the more playlists that people put out and we put out and whatnot, whatever, the more notoriety and the more flowers we're giving Charles, because at the end of the day, this is what it's about. So
Absolutely, man. Um, let's run through the 50 songs. Um, we'll start with Shore picks. Mike's 25 of the StarCHaser Central 50 favorite Charles Hamilton song playlist. Sour Times 2, Most Likely to Succeed, which replaced the cookout. Twilight, Some Lady Website, Hi Baby, 11:59. Party of Five, Miss Jared's Turtle Poster, Stripping. I Don't Understand the Value of Money. Refined Behavior, Loserville, Starlight, Outside Part 2. Her at the Bonfire, Losing Friends Already, Waterworks. I hate to pronounce it. Tango. It's pronounce it on me.
so I know technically it's the title is technically wrong, but
Okay.
it's Tango Una Pregunta.
Thank you. Stir
Wait,
of
did
Echoes.
you wait. Did you never
Uh,
take Spanish class?
I took French class.
Oui, motherfucker. Oh, I got one for you. Omelette du fromage. There you go.
Omelette du fromage. Omelette du fromage. That's all he can say. That's all he can say.
My bad. All right, good.
There's like 18 and 20-year-olds that have no idea what we're talking about. Stir of Echoes, Ken Shamrock's Ankle Lock, Purchasing NASA, On My Back, A Song for Mysteries, Truth Kills Opposition, and Everybody.
Yep. That's
Nice
it.
stuff right there. My 25 for the list is the N word. I am always up to something. Jamaris, Sunbathing, Wonderful Wondering, A Crash 2, All Alone, Free Incoming, Runaway Groom, Gia's Apartment, Apology, Fifth Element, Beta Future, Wait Till I Get My Money, Ralph Nader, Losing Control, A Guided Counselor's Dream, Paranoid Schizophrenia, Warrant Report, Simone, Missing in Action, Little Bo Peep, Incentive Music, Shame on You, and Pilates.
That's 25, man. Beautiful stuff.
Good stuff, man. Really, really good stuff. Um, Mike will have the playlist set up for you guys for Wednesday. I went for Wednesday for today because that's when they listen to it. This is stupid. We'll have the playlist up for you guys. If it's probably already up now. But let us know. Actually, you know what? Mike, give a rating for this playlist, man. What rating you giving this playlist?
Damn. We've never done this before, so this is new shit.
New
No,
shit.
but
Damn, son.
damn, give a playlist a rating. So we picked, me and you picked 25 songs each, came out to 50. We tried to pick a lot of songs that were from tapes we already reviewed. We basically were trying to do the best of the best, and also we added in some loosies just to put some spice and more variety to this. Pretty much I've heard every song. I mean, I don't think I didn't hear any songs. Some of these songs I'm not as familiar with because I haven't heard them as much.
Mhm.
When it comes down to it, this playlist, I'm gonna have to give it a Robotnik, man, because this playlist yo, that's crazy giving my own playlist a Robotnik. Nah, fuck no. That's Supersonic. Fuck you thought, man. Come on. I don't have to explain it. I don't have to explain it. It's Supersonic. It's
Yeah.
because I said so.
I'm also giving it a supersonic, obviously, because we did a great job. We did a great job picking a variety of songs, and like I said, press play when you done with this episode, and have a good time, man. Have a good time.
Definitely. Yeah, I'm excited to see what you guys think about it. Seriously. So yeah, just whenever you're ready, let us know how you feel about it. That's going to take y'all a while to get through 50 songs. So yeah,
First comment. This playlist is ass,
it's
and I
going
know
to be.
exactly where it's coming from too. But be sure to be sure to subscribe to the YouTube, man. Uh,
I'm crying. I'm legit crying.
Oh man, that's funny. Be sure to subscribe to the YouTube. Again, we thank everybody that has pushed us over 200 subscribers, man. We could have never guessed that we would be here right now, honestly. We really appreciate you guys. Be sure to subscribe over at StarCHaser Central on YouTube, StarCH Central on Twitter. You can go and follow us over there. You can also follow us on our individual pages. I'm at Stick Around 54, SCIK Around 54 on Twitter and Instagram. Mike, where can they find you, buddy?
On Instagram, the Mike Jackson, Mike Jackson. On Twitter, Mike D Jackson, Mike DEE Jackson. 1D, 2 E's. Make sure you guys are following Charles Hamilton on Twitter at Charles Hamilton. Make sure you are subscribed to him on his YouTube channel, The Talented Mr. Hamilton. Also, make sure you guys are checking out the blog, enterthehamilton.blogspot.com. There it is.
Yeah. Also, just so in case you didn't know and you weren't following Charles on Twitter, he did drop a link to a SoundCloud mixtape recently. King Matters, a mixtape by Junior. 5 songs, really short mixtape. Sounds pretty good from what I did a quick listen, not too long or whatever. But yeah, make sure y'all go listen to that over on his SoundCloud. And yeah, man, he's got a lot of stuff coming down the pipeline. As do we, man. We've made the 50 episodes. We're hoping to make it another 50. The next milestone we got though is in a few weeks, where we'll be celebrating our 1 year podiversary. Um, it's a year is fast, clearly. But what we want to do for that episode, we want to do a kind of a Q&A for the hosts. So if you have any questions for us, we would love to answer your questions about maybe, some of my favorite Charles Hamilton stuff, music versus beats, whatever. personal questions, not too personal, but personal questions about what we like, maybe stuff how we do the podcast, what the future stuff we want to do with the podcast, whatever. Just send us some questions. Where should they send it? Should they send it to the email or just to the
Uh,
account?
Nah, well, you guys can. I would say wherever you guys want to reach us at, send it to us. You know, obviously you got it. You got the you got us on Twitter. Hit us up on Twitter. You can hit us up on YouTube. The Discord. You know, you guys can reach us on the Discord. Just send them wherever you can reach us at. Because I know some of y'all aren't on certain social media apps and whatnot. So just send them whenever.
Yeah. Yeah, and yeah, we'll answer that sometime in I think it's like late October, mid or late October, and we'll have the episode for you guys as well. Yeah, yeah. But I want to say thank you for making it 50 episodes, man. I appreciate you. And I'm not gonna do this now, but we'll do that at the anniversary thing. But yeah, just thank you.
Hey, same here. Thank you, man. Thank you for having us come together and accomplish something that has never been done before. It's great, and I appreciate you being the ride or die partner. You feel me?
For sure. But before we head out, you have anything for the people?
Once again, 200 subscribers. Thank you guys. I just hope that we keep continuing to grow and make this a bigger thing. So yeah, that's it.
Absolutely, man. Appreciate everybody out there. 50 up, going for another 50 next up. Logging out of the StarCHaser Central podcast, man, where we always encourage you to follow your dreams
And reach for the stars.
Think I can fit it going your way. 'Cause you don't give a fuck about mine.